Just before doubts for the Xbox next generation were ready for 2020, talks of Microsoft waiting for PlayStation to announce the price of the PS5, leaks and huge information released for the Xbox Series consoles just hit Xbox Wire, social media and gaming outlets, and it looks like the Xbox launch is going to be bigger than anything Xbox or even PlayStation has ever done for consoles, and it all starts very, very soon. This is Colteastwood. Thank you for checking in. All the information that we will look at today is taken directly from official news from Xbox Wire. The link is in the description if you want to read it for yourself. But if you end up enjoying this video, hit the like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for more content like this. And let's talk about Xbox coming up this generation. The Xbox Series consoles for next generation are two models, an economy and a powerful console with the same processing power, next generation features, and the new Xbox Series S outputting less resolution. The same great gaming experience for $299, and the Xbox Series X finally confirmed for $499. Both consoles can be pre-ordered on September 22nd, just 50 days until the console release. Now, this is the news you've been looking for, but there's even more. The specs for the Xbox Series S were released today, and essentially, it is a full next-generation console for almost half the price, touting at least half the resolution on 4K screens. That's the Xbox Series S in its most simplicity. It has nearly the same Zen 2 AMD processor as the Xbox Series X, with 3.6 GHz in the 8-core workflow and 3.4 GHz with simultaneous multi-threading. The GPU is less than half the punch of the Xbox Series X, with only 20 CUs or compute units at 1.565 GHz, purpose-built to target performance at lower resolutions with all of the full RDNA 2 amenities of the bigger Xbox, like ray tracing and variable rate shading and DirectML machine learning. To keep the next generation visuals and performance, RAM or the memory is pared back significantly to 10 GB at lower clocks, allocating most to the game performance and saving just 2 GB for the operating system for things like quick resume and sharing video. The Series S has the same next generation NVMe PCIe 4.0 SSD, 512 GB, which puts the Series S at around 10 full-size AAA game installs or 15 to 20 mixed-size games. Xbox will be selling expandable SSD storage to utilize the same speeds you'd expect at 1 TB each for what is leaking to be $220. But experts put the expansions around $100 each, according to the current PCIe 4.0 NVMe prices for consumer desktop gaming. Xbox's Jason Ronald explains that Xbox Velocity architecture paired with BC Pack, an efficiency software solution for moving large amounts of game data behind the curtain, can see up to 2.5 times faster speeds than the raw data suggests. This closes a major gap that is boasted by the competition, meaning seamless in-game and world transitions in and out of game saves faster than ever before. Everything is running through an HDMI 2.1 output on both consoles, meaning that the full native 4K 120Hz is achievable on capable displays, with variable refresh rates for smoothing out frame rate performance on screen and auto-low latency for super fast controller response in-game, giving you every edge with super sharp, fast frame rate, vibrant gaming on the most powerful and fastest console in the world. To enhance the experience further, the Xbox Series consoles will have Dolby Vision for high clarity, robust color, and high fidelity, 10-bit HDR, and Dolby Atmos 3D surround sound, any sound system or headset backed by Microsoft Project Acoustics, real-time reflected audio immersing you in the game with realistic ambient audio true to life in the in-game environments that will let you truly hear the world as vividly as you see it. The Xbox Series S and X consoles are fully backward compatible with over 4,000 games spanning the original Xbox, Xbox 360, and near entire Xbox One console generation catalog, with many games seeing full resolution upgrades, HDR edition never before on older titles, and for the first time ever, a frame rate doubling of 30 to 60 FPS or 60 FPS to 120 FPS on older titles that are seeing magical upgrades for select titles in the back-compat software engineering, bringing up all of the games you bought for generations to the new consoles, better than they have ever looked and played before. Xbox said, quote, "In speaking to game developers, we identified the areas that are the most difficult to scale effectively, including the CPU and I/O, and made it easy to include Xbox Series S for developers who are targeting their experience for Xbox Series X." End quote. Putting to rest that the Xbox Series S console will hold back next-generation design, graphics, and capabilities, with dev kits switching between the two versions of the game, and developers only needing to lower resolution output and hitting performance targets, just as they have been doing for 4 years on console with mid-gen updates. Xbox also explains that, quote, Xbox Series S delivers the same next-generation speed and performance that defined the Xbox Series X. It is similar in the CPU and has identical I/O performance as the Xbox Series X, making it easier for developers to deliver the same great performance while rendering at a lower resolution. Xbox Series S delivers 4 times the processing power of the base Xbox One console and supports experiences up to 120 FPS, more immersive and responsive gameplay with support for hardware-accelerated DirectX ray tracing and variable rate shading, end quote. A new set of consoles is bettered by a whole new set of new games coming to the Xbox Series S and X in the fall of 2020. First off, Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Valhalla, a massive open-world cross-generation game, is getting a massive day one upgrade on the Xbox Series X to run at full resolution and 60 FPS. Ubisoft said, quote, "With the Xbox Series X and S, Assassin's Creed Valhalla will take advantage of the enhanced graphics, giving players the opportunity to experience the open world of Norway and England down to the very last detail on Xbox Series X. Assassin's Creed Valhalla will run at 60 FPS in full 4K resolution," end quote. Valhalla was shown running on the Xbox Series S at 30 FPS, but the system is more than capable of running in performance mode at 1080p 60 and will likely have a performance mode. That is yet to be confirmed, and Ubisoft hasn't said if Valhalla will have a lower performance ray tracing option, but knowing how beautiful Origins and Assassin's Creed Odyssey have looked on current consoles, we can expect the latest Assassin's Creed game to look and feel amazing on both Xbox Series consoles. Watch Dogs Legions on Xbox Series S and X will both support real-time hardware-accelerated ray tracing across the tech-bustling London open world. Both consoles will get high-resolution textures, improved shadow quality, as well as clutter density. Both Ubisoft games will take full advantage of direct storage, benefiting from faster loading times and a smoother world transversal experience. From the Xbox Game Studios' first-party exclusives, Halo Infinite is being delayed to 2021 and will see big improvements. But the highly rated, story-based, strategy turn-based Gears Tactics is coming to the Xbox Series next-generation consoles thanks to the super-fast processing and high-fidelity graphics on and off the battlefield from Coalition and Splash Damage. Dirt 5 from Codemasters is coming for the launch of the Xbox Series consoles, offering 120 FPS on both, with the Xbox Series X enjoying 4K resolution and 120 FPS in-game. Dirt 5 has an increased, never-before-seen level of volumetric GPU-accelerated particles, effects in confetti, weather, and snow, while rendered fireworks burst on screen during big races on colorful dynamic tracks, kicking up debris, smoke, and car parts. Dirt 5 looks incredible on the Xbox Series consoles thanks to a free update through smart delivery for next generation. CD Projekt Red's Witcher 3, arguably one of the best-looking open-world games of the generation, is getting yet another free upgrade, this time to the Xbox Series consoles, to run all the way up to native 4K at 60 FPS with ray tracing. Cyberpunk 2077 is also getting an upgrade to run at full resolution and frame rate, possibly by launch of the Xbox Series consoles, just as they did with The Witcher 3 in 2017 on the Xbox One X. More to come on that. There are a dozen some console launch exclusives coming to the Xbox Series consoles, many with gameplay now shown on the Xbox Series X and S hardware, ready for the launch window of holiday 2020 and into 2021. All developers are praising the Xbox hardware for opening the possibility of bigger worlds, vibrant visuals, and responsive fast performance. Xbox has lined up these games to allow Xbox Game Studios to complete bigger exclusive first-party games to release only on next-generation Xbox and PC in late 2021 and 2022. To add even more value to the console, Xbox Game Pass is being upgraded to Ultimate subscribers that already get access to over 300 games on Xbox and PC. EA Play is coming to Game Pass Ultimate, meaning that this holiday, subscribers will get over 100 EA games plus full access to EA Play on PC, with games like Mass Effect, Star Wars, and the best sports titles across the comprehensive library, all for no additional charge from Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers. Remember that Xbox Game Pass Ultimate already gets Xbox Live Gold, online multiplayer membership features, 250 games on Xbox Game Pass, and an additional 100 plus games on Game Pass PC. Also, full access to xCloud game streaming on mobile devices, PC, and soon across console. This value package coming to the Xbox ecosystem has the industry talking about the Xbox platform's big future this holiday. The Xbox Series S and X are big announcements coming November 10th, 2020 for $299 and $499, with pre-orders opening September 22nd, 2020, just days away from now. The buzz and excitement for an Xbox that is standing tall, confident, and truly focusing on the player first and foremost has been a refreshing sight from an Xbox that has made improvements in every single facet. More to come from Xbox this month, as next they will showcase a couple of big exclusive titles in the works, and until then, we will all be waiting to see what Xbox has to surprise us for next generation. This is Colteastwood. Thank you so much for watching. Wow, if you made it this far, let me know by typing in the comments, Jake to the bone. I'll wait. Go ahead. Alright, I have covered the Series S and X so much over the past 2 years that I hope that Xbox gives us a little break with news. This is my third video this week. But seriously, thanks to all of you who have been watching. I've been reporting on these consoles since October 2018, and I'm glad to see that the $300 and $500 price points lined up as we've reported for over a year. I'm going to pre-order both consoles and get the PS5 whenever they decide to announce the price for those, which I'm still predicting will be $450 for the digital and $500 for the disc-based. For those that have been with the channel, thank you for being patient and watching the roller coaster of PS5 is more powerful and Lockhart doesn't exist. I wouldn't be able to make these claims and predictions without my amazing sources behind the scenes. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to be notified of new videos, and channel members that hit the join button as well as Patreons will get early access to videos and monthly giveaways. Let me know in the comments what you're most excited about for next generation on the Xbox, and I'll see you next week. Oh wait, I forgot. A few angry people are going to be coming to the channel, like PlayStation fans that are impatiently waiting for news for the PS5. They might be downplaying the excitement or positivity that everyone is experiencing with the Xbox news. So let them know it's okay to have a preference, or that it's okay to like the Xbox platform. And they too can ask PlayStation for more. And if you see them, tell them I said hi. And as always, be nice.